Lovely Laveau and fam are something else.
Nah, it's like that's like a West Coast. Like I want to throw some Chucks on, and then get the, you know what I mean. I don't know the sign language. I don't know what it means. You know what I'm saying?
I got carpal tunnel. I can't do that.
I thought y'all had I thought y'all went and got somebody to commission like it's like we want that but for cheaper. It sounded good though. I was like, okay. I was like, hold up, wait, and we talking about something else right now. We see what they talking about tonight on the pod, and we just, hey, man, I miss Nate, dog. Hey.
I don't know how to do it, but you know,
podcast every day.
Absolutely, man. Welcome to Something Else. We talk to some of your favorites about something else. I am IlFam79, but more importantly, to my left.
Your left?
Yeah, it depends on which way. Right, because on the screen I go this way, but on the screen, but you be that way. It's so different.
Nuts.
Yeah, shout out to Cuz.
It's your girl, Lovely Laveau. Like Rob with the big blue hair. You can find us everywhere. And tonight we have an amazing guest. Well, I guess it's daytime when y'all want to watch it, but tonight for us, we have one of the pioneers, I think, in Black wrestling personally.
Oh God.
He is the uncle, the godfather, whatever you want to call him. He is a nutcase. For some reason, he wants to be wholesome. I don't know why. But we do have Mr. SUGE D, Sugar Dunkerton III, Esquire. How are you, sir?
She hit my name with the hard R. Jesus. I'm good. I'm living like just, you know, life is life. I guess that's the way to look at it or whatnot. But like things are cool. I got the invite from you. You were like, hey, we're gonna talk about everything but the W word. So yeah, let's talk about it. Let's do it.
The W word is white women. I'm sorry, I'm just playing.
Ooh.
That's a couple shows.
Get 3 minutes.
Yeah, no, I don't. At this point, you know what I mean? Listen, y'all expect me to me, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to act like I'm a problem on the show. Really be heavy.
I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna name who I have this joke with, but we always have a joke about the cookout, and we always joke about the fact of like basically of all the black male wrestlers that we know. And the joke is basically like, so if we had a cookout and you can't bring your spouse unless they of the culture, I guess they're gonna be a lot of single dudes at the cookout. They be taking them fall. Every week they be taking them fall. And listen, love what you love. Love what you love. All I'm saying is nobody tripped. Nobody tripped when it be somebody else doing that. But John Boyega said he like his coffee, you know, black coffee, no sugar, no cream. They ready to jump his ass. I thought that was crazy.
You know how you go into the cookout, right? The real cookout, and they got the orange box of burgers, and you know this party ain't for me.
Not Flanders.
The orange burgers?
Not the processed meat, 80% processed meat.
No, I'm 100% sure that is made out of yak coochie, right? So look, we cannot eat that. So listen, when you said that just now, I knew this was a Murray's. You at least got Murray's at your cookout. You know what I'm saying? I figure like we could rock.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you say yak coochie?
I did.
They got to do something with. I guess they got to do something with the part. You know, you can't waste it. I guess. No. I wouldn't know what it tastes like. You know, what's that, Denzel? I don't know what it tastes like, but you do.
Now, when this airs, and somebody snip you talking about yak coochie.
Nah, but I'm just talking. You had them orange burgers before that they be in them high school football game burgers. Them goddamn, you know what I mean? My first cookout on the 1 foot grill burgers like them. You know what I'm saying? I bought this with my Wick burger. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
You gotta work your way up. You gotta work your way up to the Angus meat. You know what I'm saying? Like you start. That's the starter. Plus you can't trip because when the money's tight, 30 patties for like $7.
I mean, it does what it needs to do for the time being, but don't bring them to the cookout.
My God.
Yeah, we can. Yeah. If you're not trying to get joked on or like your plate,
fire with those because they wild flammable. You put them right on the coals.
Because it's something in there that ain't supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, coochie.
That goddamn stingray meat. Don't nobody want that.
It say everything on the ingredients except beef, chicken, or pork. That's all I'm saying.
Imagine a nigga ask you, how would you like your Flanders burger done?
I'm calling the cops.
Like that don't go on. Listen, that it don't. Be, yeah, that's disgusting. It be you, huh? Oh yeah, it's definitely. I'm calling police. Y'all went to a cookout a couple weeks ago. They ain't had no cheese. I blame Seahawk.
Wow, everything come back to Seahawk. If something go wrong, it come back to Seahawk. He carrying too much hate on his name, man. We gotta stop with all that.
No, he did that.
You don't know, Baby D. That's why you acting like that.
Oh wow.
This Bama came on here and told us that he didn't think cheese went on burgers. There it is.
Cameron Hawkins. She's been going on burgers for a long time, buddy. Like what's happened? I do remember that tweet now. And like Seahawk is very much the definition of like I do that thing where I will associate vines or memes or whatever it is with people. And with Seahawk, it's definitely why Floyd say fuck me for. But the thing is, it's like some of them, it's like, nah, you had that one coming. Like he be putting stuff on the timeline and it'd be like some of that stuff I'll be like, okay, they coming for your head. That's unnecessary. But there'd be some other times it's like, brother, you did it to yourself. Okay.
Yeah, it's like it was your energy that took you
looking for that spear. Oh!
You know what I mean?
The meme I associate with myself would be, I don't know nothing about that lifestyle or whatever y'all got going on, okay? Because that's not me. And like, I'm gonna put cheese on my bread. I don't know what he got going on. That's a Muslim man type stuff right there, where it's like, brother, you can't put the cheese with the beef. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the white man that wants you to put the dairy with the that tastes delicious together. Cheese with meats. Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's the white women that he associates with that made that.
Ouch. Come on now, he be having Latinas on Smash though too. Like he King Magazine, back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. But
I don't know if you can hear me with my new microphone. Sugar.
Yes, ma'am.
Those are white Latinas.
Oh, he got them Cody Roses in there.
You're not gonna bring the king in this now. He didn't do nothing to deserve this.
Cody Luther King.
Adrenaline.
Hey,
goddamn so. Okay.
Proud Cubano, you know what I'm saying? He be having that Nina Sky on every Latin Heritage Month.
Hey, look,
Boricua, Orela, Mexicano, Cubano, Boricua. I love that song. Okay, let me move on. Let me move forward.
No, but he be the only problem with that dude is he be talking out the side of his mouth. Like sometimes it be like, yeah, and sometimes
My wife.
nah, I don't be wanting to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
I got love for Cody though. Like a lot of that is situations from actually getting to like be around him. When we was doing the Jacksonville related type stuff, but I think he's a real cool dude or whatever it is. It's just he got his thoughts about certain stuff, and sometimes they align and sometimes they don't. But he ain't afraid to. I'll give him this. I'll give him two things actually, which are very hard to see in wrestling. He's not afraid to say something with his whole chest, even if it's messed up, and he's not afraid to apologize with his whole chest if it messes up, because I done seen that too. Some people be like, nah, dog, I'm tweet my way through it. But nah, damn that what they saying. I'm gonna tweet my way through it. Nah, you can't always tweet your way through it, player. It don't work like that.
I think the truth is, right, and we were talking about this before we hopped on here, is that the good folks on the Bird app love groupthink, right? It's groupthink, and when you with the mob, life is good.
Ride with the mob. Yeah, you know, and I get you.
Actually, that song, it got me. Good job. Yeah.
You knew it was gonna be a hit when they sampled that. I was saying, I was like, okay, la la, check it with me. I'd be like, all right then, Ferg, okay then. But again, with this being a podcast, that's something else about wrestling. I mean, if you look at just how Twitter works in general, it's like they going where the numbers at, and sometimes like where it's like sometimes it don't help to be contrarian. In a lot of cases, if they not rolling with that, because you got the Twitter users who they try to be contrary for the sake of being contrary. Sometimes that's people actually thinking for themselves, but you still get ate up off of that. And sometimes it's just people trying to be contrary, and they be deserving whatever it is that they get. But nah, like a lot of the times, you got people that are backing bullshit just because it's got a good number behind it, and it's like, bro, like that's how you feel? Like is that how you really feel, or is you just don't fear somebody gonna get on you because you're not going with the numbers?
I think the problem be the mob be wrong sometimes.
The mob be wrong.
Mob be wrong a lot of the time.
Hey,
a ton of the time.
But it's more comfortable in the wrongness of the mob than the singularity of the contrary.
Sure, like you gotta understand something. Twitter used to be my favorite social media app for a long time. I started with Twitter back when it was an 80 character tweet.
That's it.
You had to update from the website, or you had to get the short code on text, and you had to text the short code for it to show up on the website. Boy, that was a time. But you used to be able to have like discussions and with complexity and nuance and everything like that. People were trying to learn things, and if they didn't agree, okay, just don't agree, and things moved on. The thing that kills me now is nobody is talking to learn anything off of anybody anymore. Everybody just talking to be right, or to jump on somebody, or to play got you with somebody when it's all said and done. And it's wild because we used to be able to have some killer conversations back on there, and it's like it just don't work like that no more.
And I think the reason for that is because, like you said before, everyone wants to go where the money reside, or where the numbers reside, whatever you want. So, sometimes I hate you. Sometimes you just get a bunch of people that's talking just to talk.
Sure.
Just to hear themselves talk, because what I've noticed is a lot of people have peaked in high school. A lot of people didn't know how to communicate with people in person. So then you were able to create a character online to now get the attention that you lacked when you were outside. I saw a tweet the other day that said most dudes that holler at girls on Twitter can't get bitches outside. It's kind of the same thing when you talking about the mob mentality, because outdoors, y'all don't be out there. So it's like a creative character now. So when you have people who are authentic to who they are, those are the people that get the most hate because they don't know what that feel like.
And the crazy part is it be them cats that they try to jump on. Like, okay, say what you will about me, or like or don't like, or quote tweet. Like, there ain't nothing scarier sometimes for me when I see a tweet that got a bunch of quote tweets on it, because I'm like, oh, buddy. So that said, I'll be like, go ahead and turn them screens off. Let's compare. Let's compare how we living, like outside of them screens or whatever it is. Because a lot of the times it's like, if you can't get the argument on Twitter, your day is done. Like, you ain't got nothing else. You ain't got nothing else to do with your day. If you ain't get a platinum tweet on Twitter, then you like, my day is ruined. I'll be like, I got stuff going on. I take trips on the regular. There's like, my biggest thing that I keep trying to tell people, which is very important when it comes to protecting your peace, is your Twitter is not your live journal. Everybody don't need to know what's going on, because there are people that are waiting. Like, there are people that look at your pages just for entertainment, and a lot of times their entertainment is your pain, which is a trip. My other thing that I'm noticing now too is, and again, we were talking about it offline, but I got to bring it up again because it's so factual. It's the whole situation where, okay, just because you said something I didn't like, or the mob says they don't like you, now it negates anything that you ever did. Like, people trying to act like Maroon 5 ain't had them slappers, cause Adam Levine went out there and tried to get him some cut. Like,
What does that do with us?
Is that what he did? I tried not to look into what he had did.
you got some cut. So the dirt of it was the fact that he wanted to name the kid after the mistress. I admit that's some dirty dog. Like, ooh, that's okay. That's a little too far, whatever it is. But like, once they decide you the devil, it's like everything you ever did in life was trash now. Like, it's whack. It never was good. Yada yada. And it's like, no, we don't have to do all that. You could. I'm trying to get people to understand two things can exist in the same reality. Like, somebody could be very talented. Somebody could be very.
What I say every day, fam.
Somebody could be very, very talented and still be a piece of shit. Like it happens more often than you think.
Like, you believe that you could fly, but you could piss.
Ooh.
Keep going.
Nah, but you're not wrong, because I've had that conversation on the timeline too. The reason why, personally, I think Usher is the king of R&B by default. But when we were having when that conversation was real heavy about who the king of R&B is, everybody wanted to say. There was a large majority of people that wanted to say Roberto Calise, but they could not, because he's been Voldemorted. But could you imagine the verses if it was Roberto Calise versus Usher? And we know that's a tough one. That's a push, because the thing is, it's hard for us, especially as a black culture, to be able to let him go, because he's interweaved and ingrained in so much of our culture. All his songs, his phrases, his saying, like, that's 30, 40 years of Robert.
That we don't even realize were written and produced by him, that we still kick it to right now.
But then my man gonna do this right here. And it's gonna be over. You know it's gonna be over.
I hear you.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna be honest with that one.
Yeah.
The PP man got a crazy catalog, and
I love how we use every name but his name. I love it. Keep it up.
No, I said it earlier.
Okay.
I said it enough. You know what I mean? I don't know what happens when you say his name 3 times. I just cleaned up. So
first you say Yak Coochie, and now you saying PP Man.
Well, you look who I'm referring to.
Oh, he got some sound bites. He gonna have some sound bites on Smash. Go ahead.
It's kind of my deal already.
For sure, man. Go ahead.
But like I genuinely. Like, all right, I was a big fan of Guy back in the day, right?
Oh man, good group.
And when R. Kelly and Public Announcement came out, I always felt like R. Kelly was trying to steal Aaron Hall's whole steez. And when he came out, that's exactly what he sounded like. And I was like, nah, he bite my man's over here with the dress pants with no socks on. And all the pleats in the front of his pants. You know what I mean? He biting my man whole style. I was like, yo, nah, I'm not rocking.
He copied my whole fucking flow. Word for word, bar for bar.
Bar. And I hated it, right? But, you know, the nigga kept coming up with hits, and then I don't know where.
And see, the thing is, the Aaron Hall contributions, you had to know. And not enough people knew to call him out on that around that time. You know what I'm saying? There's artists where there's a ton of it where you can see, but that artists weren't on like that to that level. And sometimes it happens so fast, it is what it is. But it's like, between all the songs that he's written, between all the songs he got on himself, the influence that he's had over other people that he's gotten on, et cetera, et cetera. It's he's so interweave. It's one of them situations like when they tell you at the hospital, you can't just yank that cord out, because if you yank the cord out, you're gonna yank all this other stuff out too. It's rough, but we gotta let him go. My idea was the songs are too good, so I would just farm out all his songs to other people, and they the ones that sing it from now on. Like, I would have Keith Sweat doing "You Remind Me of My Jeep." I'm just thinking of people that would sound good with the song, because that's a begging ass song anyway, and Keith can't sing. What? You remind me of my Jeep. You can't tell me Keith can't sing it. You remind me of my Jeep. The aunties be going crazy.
Let's talk about it. Don't tell me that I remind you of a Jeep Cherokee.
He said he reminds you of a lot of things, girl. You look just like my car, my bank account. You trying to chop down superior game for the 90s. Come on now.
In my youth.
Okay.
I'm riding it like a rodeo when that song come on, because I'm thinking I got to ride it because it's a Jeep, right? 35-year-old me is looking
back at them lyrics, huh?
What the fuck did you say?
He ain't got no axle.
Fat bitch, because a Jeep is a big ass car.
I mean, it's rugged. It can handle. It's rugged. It can handle some things. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, with Ara Sylvester, two things can be true: musical genius, fuck that nigga.
Yeah.
Same thing. But if you look at history, because we don't get off of him, look at history. Everybody that's the most talented, the best at what they do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Always got some shit with them.
I wouldn't say everybody, but there's a good section. There's a good section of people. Yeah.
What about Stevie Wonder?
Not blind. That's an act. We're getting worked.
I'll fight you.
Look, that is the master. That is the master of keeping your front up. If he been doing that this long,
I'll tell you why it's not true. Because Stevie Wonder is not. If he can see, is not let nobody let him walk around with. No, you not let nobody walk around with. What you got like to come braid? My now you start. I look like RoboCop, and no, nigga.
Oh, I got a soundbite for your ass. You'll never find blum 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 a hairline like mine.
But you notice he changed that little shitty goatee though.
He shaved that himself.
Look,
wow, he got the inside with the outside.
Y'all know Stevie, like Daredevil was based on Stevie Wonder's life. Y'all need to stop. All the rest of his senses done kicked. He be seeing everything in the little blue light against the black backdrop. That's why. Like, I saw the little tweet today when Shaq was talking about. He said LeBron brick. He's talking about. Like, how would you know? How the fuck would you know? He can hear the sound of the rim. You can hear the sound of the rim when the ball land and then fall off. That's a brick. That's a brick.
Yo, there's a
out of the plat. If you don't mind, can we pack this nigger up, please?
Wow. Wow.
That's the hard ER. Yo, I see Steve live, and the his big go home spot was he walked all across the stage from one instrument to another with no help. It's very funny. It's very funny. Everybody laughed.
I knew that.
He was counting the steps. I see him. He said 75, 76, 70 chair. And then he was there.
I'm trying I'm trying to tell you. And even then, the crazy thing about Stevie is at musical genius, all that other stuff. Stevie like if we talking like NBA, I had this conversation with somebody. There are people that put in work and they got like Hall of Fame numbers, but people don't talk about them because they don't make the kind of noise that other people were making. Like exactly. Stevie Wonder, I'm about to say, Stevie Wonder is like a Tony Parker or a Tim Duncan. They got rings, they got numbers. They went to work and went home. They weren't a bunch of bullshit behind their names. But Stevie wasn't Prince and Stevie wasn't MJ, so he don't get talked about like that. All I'm saying is, that's impressive that he walked across the stage. I mean, Prince really sank a basketball in the middle of his set and then went back to playing like it wasn't nothing.
He did that.
Fair enough.
Prince did a lot of things. Prince was the man.
I'm just saying, you sit there and watch. I seen Stevie Wonder play an instrument. I still don't know what the instrument was. It had a bunch of buttons. He said, I said, oh, I heard that song before. I don't know what the name of that instrument is. He played it every show. You know
It
what
got
I
the
mean?
little sticky bits on it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't know the name of it either, but I'm describing it. It had the little
Yeah. Yeah.
My granddaddy had one. That's why I knew.
I don't know how you, but he nice on that joint. I was like, how you play that?
I'm telling you that Daredevil was based on Stevie Wonder. I'm trying to tell you.
And Zoolander was based off Prince. Anyway, so Mr. Sugar.
Mr. Sugar.
You're not wrong. Okay, yes, ma'am. What's up?
So everyone pretty much knows you, and they put you in the category of a lot of our Afrocentric wrestlers. I hate to say the W word, but you are a wrestler.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. We couldn't avoid it.
Yeah, sometimes. So for you, with your mental health, because I know that you are somebody who is very, very pro protect your peace, right?
Of course.
What is it that you do to protect yourself in the chaos that we are part of, this community that we shall not speak of? What do you do to protect yourself?
So I'm not unabashed about the fact that especially like that 2010 to probably like 2015 2016 era, it was always like wrestling above everything, guys. You know what I'm saying? You got to be out there, you got to be on the road, you got to be in, and you start finding out real quick it's never going to give you what you give it. And I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just like there is no way it's going to give you back everything that you gave it. So you have to cultivate and protect some things that are going on, because I was very big on goal setting. I still am, but I would be very voracious in the chasing of those goals to the point where it's like I get it, but I noticed two things. The feeling was never as high as I thought it was, and then I still had to go home. And when I go home is just like, oh, like I still got to come back. Like I hadn't built a nest for myself the way I should have. So I had to start approaching things differently, and I had to start talking to a lot of cats differently about like, what do you really want, but what are you really doing when you're not taking those bumps, So as far as what I do outside of here, I got to remember to have fun and to kind of still feed my mind and my creativity outside of it, so everything is good. I actually got into gardening, so like that's been really cool. So gardening, always been a big video game fan, so a lot of that time that I was taking on let me see what's going on Twitter box and all this other stuff like that, I had to chill out on that. There's sometimes where I'll do what I gotta do, but that's the reason why I like that new flip phone, like the little Z Flip joint. It's like a physical action. It brought back two things. Because one, you can hang up on somebody the way that you used to be able to hang up on somebody. Like they start tripping like, I'll talk to your ass later. Done. The other thing is, it's like a physical action. When I flip that phone closed, it's off. Like it's done. I'm not thinking about what's going on in there. I have to make a conscious decision to want to open and be in that world. Because it's so easy to just pick up a phone now and you got to check the clock, right? And then the clock turn into, let me jump on Facebook real quick. Let me turn on this. Before you know it, an hour is gone.
Yeah.
So I like it because I could play my music from it. I could check the time. I could just check to see about certain things. But I don't have to open that phone to ever do that. I have to make that decision. And it's been helping with my productivity a lot. So I mean, the biggest things that I get into, like I said, it's the gardening stuff. I like to play my games. Of course, I'm a big movie buff. Really got back into hiking again, which makes me happy. I'll show up to places really, really, really early and find out what trails are out there. And then I just get out there in nature and just be having a good time. Now, granted, there's definitely been a trail or two that's had like some Deliverance vibes or like some Lovecraft Country vibes. So it's like once I go deep enough, it's like, you know what? Let me go back to civilization because this ain't for me out here. But I have a good time with that. And I really like just being able to tap into just me sometimes without all the distractions and without all the technology to throw stuff off, if you get what I'm saying. Because sometimes the engagement gets to be a lot. And I challenge people, you got to do it sometimes. You got to be present. You got to be there now. there's people that I'm around now, especially, it's like if you want to have a conversation with me or you really want to talk or you really want to spend time or you say you want to hang out, the biggest compliment that you can pay me is turning off your phone or just putting your phone to the side. Because that way it's just, it really is just us.
Yeah, I feel you. That's something that I had to learn to get back into because I can honestly say, especially during the pandemic, I allowed Lovely and everything that came with that to overtake who I am personally. So I stopped doing my rituals like I normally do. I used to be outside with my bare feet in grass.
I've heard about that. So let me ask you a question. I don't mean to interrupt. So what does that do?
What part? The putting your bare feet in grass?
Yeah, because I've heard about that.
So get the stuff on the back of a foot.
You are such an inward.
She trying to do that. She trying to do that cheap pumice on the back so she can get the nah. But I really want to know this because I know you be into it.
Fire. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I got nice feet, nickel. So, anytime that you are stressed or you need to recenter yourself, a good rule of thumb or a good practice to do is get your bare hands, feet into some element, whether it's water, earth, something like that, because it centers you. It literally. And it sounds so cliche. I know to people who really don't, aren't in the practice like that.
Okay.
When you join with nature, and when I say a pool, like water, I don't mean like a pool. I mean like go to a lake or something like that.
Okay.
Be in nature. It reminds you of how beautiful life is outside of this. It reminds you how beautiful life can be outside of stress. It reminds you how beautiful life can be outside of the everyday mundane thing that you do on a regular basis to where you forget, I am this. I am nature. This is all a part of me. When I die, I go back to that. So it centers your inner being because you are literally one with everything that's already inside of you. Nature is a physical manifestation of what you can't see within yourself. So when you put your skin to it, it reminds you of that. And the way that it calms you down is unreal. So I used to, every Sunday, there's a lake out here by my house. It's called Lake Jeanette. I would go out there and I would do all my rituals outside. I would do all my beading outside and I would stay there for like hours and be ready to go through the work week. Be just fine. But then you get caught up in all this other shit and you forget what used to make you happy, which I'm getting back to that. So
bad. Okay. I did.
All right. So first of all, I feel like
I need to remember that. No, because
hold on. His textile fucking up.
Uh-oh. He
in the upside down. What's your favorite song? We gotta get you out the upside down.
Hey, yo.
What's happening now?
Okay, you was froze for a second, brother. You was froze.
No, because I was waiting to see what he was having to say. I didn't know if I was frozen on a technical level.
Oh, my bad. So look. So I'm gonna be honest. I do deserve credit for maintain. I had 17 jokes while she was telling all that real stuff, and I held on to it. I didn't call you Captain Planet or nothing.
I was
wow.
I was watching his face the whole time. I'm like, I hate this black man.
Yo, like that's such a hater tactic because that's the one where it's like, man, I could have been saying they get their jokes off. But they gonna get their jokes off. They just didn't take their jokes when it could have been at their worst. He's like, I could have called you, you know what I'm saying, like Captain Planet or whatever, but I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't do it.
I had to get a little bit of it. I'm creative, you know what I'm saying? And it was funny, but I didn't want to go into the whole because she was being so serious, you know what I mean? And
sure.
I didn't want to jump out of the moment.
Even when you went to the beach, you remember you was just on vacation, right?
I sure was. No,
not
a little vacation.
This one. You was out with your family at the beach.
Yes.
When you did take your sneakers off and got your feet in the sand, as silly as you are, there's still a piece with touching yourself with nature.
Right.
Don't say no jokes.
But for me,
he got the Khaled hand. He about to get it off. He got the Khaled hand. He hit this number right here. He about to get it off.
I'm not a big beach guy because this trying to get everywhere and you trying to maneuver and it's, you know what I mean. Some parts
Trying to maneuver what?
just walking. I'm just talking about walking
Okay.
around. Like,
is there a video element to this? Because they had to see what he was doing. I was like, huh?
yeah, this is yeah. This is YouTube.
He like, ooh, baby,
yeah.
doing all this.
Like
Okay,
they're
all
just trying to walk you walking all this distance in the sand, and it might be hot. Should you wear these shoes? You take them off. I'm not a beach guy.
You are up north. You definitely are up north, dude. It's the way they talk.
His nature ain't the same nature that the rest of us have.
I was about to say he definitely up north, dude.
I mean, mid-Atlantic. You know what I'm saying?
I don't be doing no beach. You know what I'm saying? Doing all that.
Listen, my family loves the beach, so I have to go.
All right.
All the time. But hey, listen, if I really want to like commune with nature and whatnot, I just take my shoes off and go out back right here. I could do that. I would rather do that.
Okay.
Do that. So in my apartment, I live on the 3rd floor. So they call my apartment the tree house because there's literally a tree that hangs over my balcony, right? Shut up. Don't say no jokes. So there's a big open area when we go downstairs. Nothing there, no nothing but a bunch of trees and just grass. And then there's like a little creek. So when I can't get to the lake, I'm right there with it. So you don't have to really actually go, but that's just something that I do. I love being around water. So that's my piece. That's how I keep my head together because I'll be ready to can't do that.
It ain't no wins on the other side of that. But brother Suge, not any lasting wins. You did mention for half a second that one of the things you do is you get with the video games. You grab.
Oh yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a 2-part question. The second part is a put you on the spot type of deal.
Okay.
The first part is what console you rocking with, and then the second part is can you give me your video game Mount Rushmore? That's 4, not 5. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you see it. I'm on it. The PC. I made the change over to PC, man. Like there was a time where, especially growing up, I had all the systems. NES. I still do. Like the old stuff, I got the Sega, I got the old Nintendo, I got the Super Nintendo, things of that nature. But it was just money that I just had to keep spending every few years, and eventually it wear out, and you spending 30 and 40 and 50 a game and all this other stuff. So I made the move to PC because usually they have way more sales. You can get the same games, all that other stuff. Plus, I got a gaming laptop. I have 3 computers. I got a desktop, and 2 laptops. So this one I'm doing from here is like this is like my really, really, really nice one, and this one is where I play most of my games from. So when I'm on the road, I try to take this one with me from time to time if it makes sense. But I really like it. I always can find something new to get into. You can use an Xbox controller with it. It's immaculate. It's good to go. If we talking about my top 4, oh God, gotta be Chrono Trigger on from Super Nintendo, specifically the Super Nintendo version, like the OG. You got the cartridge, Chrono Trigger. Okay. Damn, man, you putting me on the spot. I played a lot of games over the years.
You don't say Crash Bandicoot, you phony.
Oh man, come on, don't do that. Like, don't do that. I like Crash Bandicoot, but it ain't heavy like that for me. Def Jam Fight for New York, specifically. Def Jam Fight for New York, specifically. How they have not done a remastered version of that game, I do not know. When that game was out, it was the streets was on fire. So that Chrono Trigger for Super Nintendo. Got to give an honor to a lot of my stuff is old school stuff too. Like you're gonna hear a lot of Super Nintendo, a lot of Sega on that. Okay. I'm literally just gonna say Streets of Rage. Pick one. There's never been a bad Streets of Rage game. All of them are awesome. So pick one. Don't matter. They all good. Who gonna get that 4th spot? Who gonna get that 4th spot? Because I played a lot of stuff over the years. I think we're gonna have to get that 4th spot honor. I think we're gonna have to get that 4th spot honor over to something recent. I gotta give it up to Darkest Dungeon. And Darkest Dungeon is one of them games that's like it's like a lot of games lately. They're like blatantly hard. A lot of them games are like blatantly hard now. It's like, let me relax and cuss something out real quick. That's what it is. It'd be like blatantly hard. So like that's like Dark Souls. That there's a few other games like that where it's just like you want to be mad at the game, but you know it was your fuck up. So you play again. So I'm like, all right, cool. Now back in the day, like Castlevania and all that other shit like that, they was cheating. All that shit. Super Mario cheating. All them niggas cheating.
So we gonna mine is Crash Bandicoot, Parappa the Rapper,
Ooh,
Duck Hunt, and Guitar Hero count.
It's a bunch of girlfriend games. That is a bunch of girlfriend games.
Now
Like,
Duck Hunt used
that
to get
is-
me in trouble.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, them the little games where you, oh, girl, you know what I mean? And then, nah, let me show you how to shoot them ducks.
No, okay. So this is why I didn't get into Call of Duty and stuff like that, right? Because I was too happy with Duck Hunt with that little gun.
The light gun, yeah.
So then when I got old enough to go to the gun range and I got my own, and then I started watching like my ex-fiance play Call of Duty.
You turned to set it off, didn't you?
I can do that. I don't want to play. I don't need to play this game. So I just never got into it. I was like, let me stay at Crash Bandicoot and the Buddha God Man.
Plus, that's one of them games.
Hold on. What, man? Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Plus, Call of Duty is one of them games where you try to play with your boo. Like, there's some games where you can have a little fun, like, oh, baby, it's okay. Like if it ain't hitting. There's some games though where it's like, man, you got us. It turns serious quick, and it don't matter who it is. Like, you got us killed. Shit, like, what you gonna do? I said press right trigger.
Hey, look, I'm from.
Like, if
I'm
I
from-
do, like, I love football, right? But I don't watch football separate from him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you watch it over here. I'm gonna watch my game in my room because I don't want to beat your ass. So I let him, and I was like, you need your own space to do your thing. Like, I don't want to play video games with you. You do your thing because I'm gonna go to WrestleMania with my best friend, and you can't come. So that was my thing. I don't want to play boo video games. I want to play Crash Bandicoot, hit the boxes, get my apples, and Buddha begot myself to sleep. We don't need the bond.
Hey, yo, we're gonna cut out Buddha goodbye myself to sleep.
You understand, right? Buddha begot.
Yep, that. Real quick, I'm gonna go just to complete the cipher. I'm gonna go Tekken 3,
Ooh,
GTA 4.
all right.
Matter of fact, I'm sorry, GTA 5. I'll go Kung Fu for the OG NES. And
Oh damn, I ain't thought about that one in a minute.
And I'm gonna go Zelda for the Super Nintendo. That first Zelda for the
Link
Super
to the-
Nintendo. Link
to the past,
yes.
maybe, yeah.
Yes.
Like that's Zelda is another one of them games where you can't go wrong. Like the series is hitting. It's like if they just put the name on it, you know it's good to go. Like you could just go get that. Like blind, you can go ahead and make that happen. But nah, it's like I really got back into gaming specifically for one reason. When the pandemic ended up happening, I'm a man of like progress. I like to see progression in things, whether it's like projects or people or things that I have going on. Like I don't ever want to be stagnant or sitting in the same space too often. So when it was during a time where nothing was really going on and I couldn't help that, there was nothing I could do. Even something as small as just seeing my progress on something that I could control made me happy. And it was just like, all right, cool, a little achievement pop up. That was that dopamine for real. Like when that stuff was happening, I was like, oh, I need that. Oh.
Are you on Twitch?
I have Twitch. I used to be on it more often. I gotta figure out what to do with it because I got affiliate status. It's just everybody plays video games on Twitch. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna actually do with it.
You should
if I'm gonna do
freestyle.
something. Oh God.
Freestyle.
So listen, Childish Gambino was right. Why every black athlete got a rap song, or every black actor got a rap song or something like that. Like all I'm gonna do is hit the greatest bar that's ever been hit. Now I'm dead ass. When I say this might be the greatest bar that's ever been hit by a non-rapper, I mean that shit with my whole chest. All right, if you know it, feel free. As from a little movie called Brown Sugar. New Year's Eve, Kelby D in the venue. Pop the ring. Got marriage on my menu. Marriage on my menu, man. Boris Kojo was going crazy off that shit.
I don't.
Going crazy.
This was a very bad idea.
Yeah.
Boris Kojo was going crazy. What can I tell you?
See,
I hate
Boris
it.
Kojo.
Boris Kojo was going crazy, man.
Going
Boris
crazy.
Kojo, the black German, is who gave you the hottest bar.
In Brown Sugar, absolutely. In all the movies. Second only to I'm Black, y'all.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm bliggity black, y'all, and I'm blackity black. It was the camera angles that was making that, because they were doing them dramatic ass camera angles, and his eyes would never leave the camera. It's just like
Locked in. He was locked in.
all right.
he meant that, and they had that crazy camera pan where it was just going all around him. He was just like,
They found the lightest nigga to sing that song to.
So
I never missed that. I never missed that.
you guys bring up Alan Payne. I just feel
Old Jason's lyric
oh
I
jeez.
feel compelled to bring up the fact
that
there is a touring live version of New Jack City in play form.
ew. But why though?
That I must go
Ew.
see.
It's
Nah.
What you mean?
Nah.
When niggas talked about the Four Locals, you had to at least have one just to know.
Just
Like you had to know, like you know what I mean. You gotta know, like
Do they got Keith Sweat reprising his role, singing at the wedding?
holy crap.
Cause Keith Sweat be doing them plays. Like, look, I live in Georgia, so that's the capital of them commercials where it's like, ladies and gentlemen, at the Bell Auditorium, he said, "Mama done burnt up the cornbread," featuring Alan Payne, Keith Sweat, the sister of Mahalia Jackson, and Carl Anthony Payne. You might know him as Cole from Martin. Like, yo, they always gonna find a side character from an old black sitcom, like a black sitcom from around like the 90s, early 2000s.
Is Mahalia Jackson's sister still alive?
I don't even know. It's just, but that's what it be. It be like
Oh God.
look at the name.
Jacarius Johnson presents New Jack City.
New Jack City.
You better rock a bye baby onto the ticket counter so you can go ahead and get to the, like, I'm not, look.
There's nothing about that sounds like that's anywhere I want to be.
Do you remember the crack epidemics from the early 90s?
I'm just trying to understand how you do certain scenes in play form. Like, of course you know the part that I gotta figure out. When Nino, you're mine, Nino. Then Nino, cancel that bitch. I'll buy another.
So,
You want to talk about a toxic, like people be talking about like pillars. You want to talk about like a toxic pillar? Oh man, Nino Brown
100%.
plotting on my dude's girl like that, and had to drink in his hand, just like
So now
he knew he was gonna smash. He knew he was gonna
Say,
smash.
if I was you, I'd be counting the pimples on her booty.
do a live play version of Belly next.
Yo.
No.
So you trying to have a porno on screen? Like you want a live porno basically is what you
Oh,
saying.
Jeffrey Williams had his dick out on the daggone stage. No one remember that play? He had his whole Johnson out. Okay, well let's talk about it then, guys. So Jesse Williams is
Why are we talking about it? Why?
talking about plays, baby. This is theater. Okay? Jesse Williams is in a play right now where I guess it's like a jail type play or some shit like that. And there's a shower scene where he is trying to take the booty of another inmate
Oh no, Jesse.
naked. His dingaling was on the internet from this play.
He out here doing that Shawshank where he talking about I could be a friend to you.
That was ours.
Oh God.
All right, hold on. I've done some research, guys. So I believe this is a continuation of the New Jack City story, which I'm trying to figure out how, because Alan Payne.
Because G Money got shot.
Yeah. He said, he is not his brother's keeper. However, this says, Jacarius Johnson presents New Jack City live on stage. Same city, new struggle. One crime family defies the world. So, starring Flex Alexander.
No.
We're done.
Alan Payne, Big Daddy Kane, and Tretch.
What?
Hold on. Flex Alexander from 1-on-1.
From the Michael Jackson story?
No, we not gonna forgive him for that Michael Jackson thing. Look right there.
He mean nothing else.
Nah, he
Y'all
was on the show with Caleb Pratt.
Yeah,
Y'all might as well call up Anthony Mackie so he can come up here. I'm Tupac.
Who put this together and who was funding this?
Jaquarius.
I want to fight that nigga. What's his Twitter?
at NIGG.
And they literally
LAY at nigga play on social media. Nigga play.
and I'm dying because the two dudes that got shot, the two men, because Nino got shot and G Money got shot. So how do you continue? Dutter Man, the leader of the CMB now, Dutter Man, huh?
No, but Bill, because Bill, what's his name is he did in real life. The Dutter Man,
So he can't even. I didn't know Dutter Man died. So I'm trying to think of anybody else that's in CMB that can run that. So what? Kareem Akbar, he's supposed to be in jail.
Yeah, he said, I'm still dreaming.
But it doesn't make sense for Alan Payne to even be in this play.
Maybe it's his son. Maybe
I'm so upset if he said he's.
Maybe he survived the rooftop.
Stop.
Point blank range?
Yeah, but he ain't checked for a pulse. Maybe, you know what I mean? They was out there, he got zooted off that red.
They out here doing some Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is gonna be a different timeline. They're gonna do a different timeline or something like that. This
a G Money variant is the funniest thing I've just.
The new Jack City merchant.
Yo, 616 G Money.
yo, he cool as a fan, man. Cool as a fan. Yeah, he cool as a fan.
I want you to sneak your phone in there and record that if you go. I got to see that.
I can't really sneak this phone.
I got
Anyway,
to know what's happening.
nigga, my favorite line of that movie.
There's a lot of them. Some classics.
Nah, there's one that is.
You better not say the Ice-T line. All right.
When the nigga G Money was telling the nigga, he was trying to tell him about the free base. He said, "Man, in the hoes, I got my Jimmy Wax every day last week." Every time. Nino said, "Ain't nobody sucking your shriveled up."
Three old ass niggas don't need to be on the podcast together because this is retarded. This is stupid right here. I don't like this at all.
I definitely don't. I don't.
There's a certain age bracket right now. There's two age brackets listed in this. One of them is like one of them over here just like doing that. The other age bracket is on Wikipedia like a motherfucker trying to figure this out. They're like getting his Jimmy waxed
every day last week.
Every night?
Several times a day.
What is Jimmy?
Don't nobody know nothing. How you gonna redo that scene on a play? Don't nobody know. They really gonna have to have the dog from Martin to do that correct.
What? Nope.
Down. And God bless Tommy. God bless Tommy, cause I wouldn't have been able to hold it together.
He did.
He was trying.
He definitely didn't.
But at least he was hitting the turns. He was hitting the spins. He was.
Behind that scene is they were supposed to have an actual dog, and they couldn't get the clearance for the dog, so Martin improvised and got a stuffed dog.
Never knew that.
The cast had no idea that he was about to bring a stuffed dog out. That's
oh my God.
Yeah, them niggas.
That's what makes it funnier.
And plus, it worked. That's what I'm about to say. That would have never worked the way that it worked if it was a real dog. That was classic.
That was correct. No, a real dog would have caused all kinds of problems.
Sure.
Yeah.
So now that we know that apparently Suge is a movie rap aficionado, he is a gamer. He is apparently a Fenty spokesperson with this.
Here we go.
This robe on.
Here we go.
I think we can now safely say that we can move on to what we like to call our 5 count, which is the moment where our audience gets to know you a little bit better by some oddball questions that we like to ask to our guests. Nothing too crazy, but just something we can dig in that brain just a little bit more. Okay.
I've already waived my right to plead the fifth, so I guess I'm stuck.
Nope.
Like, let's go. Let's get it.
All right. The first question on the 5 count is: outside of wrestling, what would be your dream career?
Oh man, stage actor.
I can see.
I'd be on stage. I'll probably be auditioning for New Jack City to play too. I'm over here tripping, but I'll probably be on there somewhere. If he offer me a role, I'm gonna do it. I'll play Keith. Don't look nothing like Keith, but anybody can do Keith part. I know what you want.
You gotta hold your nose.
Right, and I want it right now.
To the roof of the mouth. That's you ain't
Aunties be going like. Listen, I'll drop a little extra on you. I can't. Keith Sweat is to me. I hate him the most as an R&B singer. I cannot stand him. I cannot stand Keith Sweat. Like, I'm a hater. I'm a Keith Sweat hater. But I realize he know. Like, that being said, again, 2 things can be true. I can hate on how he get his money, but I can respect that he understand his audience.
He knows his niche.
This is not no technically good singer. Like, he don't get down like that. That said, he know his music for the aunties. Like, we had that conversation. What's for the hoes? He for the aunties. Yeah. And aunties love what he do, and they go crazy. He come out there with the turtleneck. He be hitting that little slow whine. They, Keith! Keith!
Are the aunties still considered the aunties now? Because now I feel like we the uncles and aunties now. So who are they?
I don't know what it's look. Underage and underage fucking like really changed the game as far as like these number limits went.
I'm like, if they was our aunties, and now we their age when they was our aunties.
You know what? You know what destroys me? You know what destroys me every time I get on YouTube and I start going on music video hunts? Like, I occasionally, for people I really fuck with, I send them the that Luke video, the It's Your Birthday video. All them girls from that video is like, what, 30 years old now?
All they butts was long. They didn't stick out. Like, they were just long butts.
I would have flourished back then.
Long.
Wow. So we back on that. But you gotta understand, all them women are like, they I think they in their silver age now.
You imagine running into I recognize you from the remember
they probably quick to tell you. Baby, you know I was in that It's Your Birthday video now.
Do you recognize this right here?
This right here?
Go. They were like, that was you. Okay.
When we did 60.
Yeah. No, what y'all think a Luke party smelled like? Anyway,
it smelled
second
crazy.
question.
That's you. It's you the next question.
I'm trying to compose myself. Please.
Yeah, but the original answer was yes. I would be a stage actor. I love theater. I love the art of plays and putting them on all that stuff. I would definitely be a stage actor.
All right. Second question is: who is your secret celebrity crush?
How's it a secret if I'm telling you?
Well, we want the juice.
It's only been 2 people who had a problem with this question, and it just so happens to be him and Tasha.
No, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with it. It's just say who my celebrity crush is. A secret is like
meaning something
like everybody say Halle Berry. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody know Halle.
That's an easy one. That's
right.
an easy one.
Like we basically saying no layups.
Yeah. Okay.
So one that I think might be a strange one for some people, but I don't care. Like I'm about it. I don't know. There's just something about her, man. I just always just I just knew even when I was younger, I was like, yo, she's bad. And even like now, I still think she's bad. Like she's bad, like in a classic way. I love me some Lynn Whitfield, man. Forehead and all. I love it. I love it.
I am afraid of that woman, but I understand.
I think I'm tweet like look. I like from Eve's Bayou, all the way to Greenleaf. Like that's a bad woman, dude. She did too well at that thin line between. That's because I think she went there. I think she really know what that. She only been married once. And she ain't been married since.
Hey,
That's all I'm saying.
And don't say even with that forehead, us big forehead sisters got some good.
No, and I respect that. That's y'all wisdom. Y'all need room for y'all wisdom to shine through and everything like that. And I appreciate that. It's just like with a jet, you need a strip in order for it to take off properly. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all need all that room.
Listen, when the forehead is on the stomach, you need like a flat surface. Right?
Wow. But nah.
Me, okay.
But Lynn Whitfield is definitely like man, and it's like she's been bad for a long time, and she's only been like any era that you catch her in, even when she was having her little Diary of a Mad Black Woman era, like was it the Family Reunion era? She picked up a little weight. She was still bad. I'll give an honorable mention to Angela Bassett though.
You have a type, sir.
Yeah, you do.
Ain't nothing wrong with that type.
Fair enough.
At all.
The next question on the 5 count is, and I'm kind of nervous about this one.
Oh God.
What is one unpopular opinion that is a hill that you are willing to die on?
Well, we're not on Twitter. It depends on if they take the sound bite from Twitter. So it's like,
Hey, listen, they're going to take something regardless. This is niggers talking together. You know how many times I say the hard ER on here? I don't give a fuck.
Fair. What is a hill? Okay, repeat the question one more time, like an unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion that is a hill that you are willing to die on.
Like something like the orange box burgers taste good.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll never that. It'll never be that.
My answer was Mariah Carey should never be in the same category as Whitney Houston's best voices in R&B.
That's a whole nother conversation. Because
you got.
I'm just thinking about it because I got. I'm just thinking about it because I got a lot of opinions. Because I got a lot of opinions about a lot of different things. I'm just trying to figure out which one. I gotta keep it real, but I can't keep it really real. I'm be honest with you. All right. Let me get 10 uninterrupted seconds. Appreciate that. All right. And the other thing was I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something that was about wrestling.
It could have been, no worries.
Nah, like we trying to stick to the theme. Okay. So I definitely got one. But I like there's gonna be two different communities, but at the same time it's gonna be divisive. Okay. Eminem is only considered a top tier rapper because of his background and his skin tone.
Talk about it.
The top tier rapper out of Detroit, to be honest with you, is Royce the 5'9".
Talk about it.
But Eminem was the right look, the right face, the right angst at the time that he came out. And I actually agree a ton with Joe Budden, actually, when he was on that thing. Like, hold on, let me get my Joe Budden note. In my rapper mind, okay? Okay. Yes, you are the best at rhyming words together, okay? Like rap. He's like, I don't deny his talent. The thing about it is his fan base makes it sound like he has no duds. And he's like just the best. Like every time he come out with something, it's the greatest thing, most revolutionary thing that's ever come out in rap. He don't have it like that. Like I don't see him as being a top. He's a top flight when it comes to sales. I don't look at him as a top 10 rapper.
I agree because I feel like if a black rapper rapped the way that Eminem did or does, they wouldn't get the same buzz. It's like the white boy that can dance in at the high school. I'm not gonna say his name, fam.
So no. I think that it's funny. I don't think this is as hot a take with our community. You know what I'm saying? I think a great deal of black folks feel this way.
Depending on who you talking to.
Oh, I don't feel that way. I think race actually, as far as in hip hop circles, like not sales, race works perfectly for him for sales, right? However, his status in hip hop works, his whiteness works against him because people say stuff like, if he were black, he would just be Royce the 5'9". However, I'll ask you, what is your favorite Royce the 5'9" song?
We don't.
Oh, shake this.
Oh, that's a good one.
Plus that song samples the plus I love the sample from that song because if you've ever seen the movie Jungle Fever, it's the sample that they use when the song that plays while the pastor is there, and you got to really know that movie to know that sample. I love that fucking song.
But I think that's a real thing though, because like it's kind of like the Beyonce and Kelly Rowland thing, right?
Ooh.
You have two people that have incredible raw talent, but when we're looking at just raw talent, Kelly is a little bit up there. But because Beyonce had the look, the machine behind
she got everything
stuff, she was able to catapult along with the musical training and all of that other stuff. So I personally feel if Eminem was a light-skinned nigga, people wouldn't like the way he rapped. Because they would look at him like, because I don't think that Eminem raps like that. I think Eminem raps like a white guy.
Plus,
Stan.
I just
sure he did, and
Eminem
but
has made timeless classic hip hop records.
But that gets back to how, to me, which is funny how his stands, because I mean, there's no denying his place in the culture because now Stan is because I get it. Stan is because of him. So let me get this out the way before I get to this part. Also, Kelly Rowland is one of the most beautiful specimens I've ever laid my eyes on, like ever, like in the history of anything.
This brother has a type, and I support his type. I support his type.
Cause I like the hazelnut, yes, yeah. Cause we love the hazelnut. So that said, with M, okay. And sometimes it ain't even that I'm not feeling his particular flow. It's the fact that, like, again, it's back to that quality. It's back to that quality thing. There was a period when he first came out. Even if you take out the whole him just taking easy targets and him just saying stuff to be saying stuff sometimes. Like, he literally was Twitter before Twitter. I'm just going to say something outrageous and people going to go crazy for it. Oh, hell, he's so edgy. Whatever. So, but yeah, there was stuff like what was that, the Marshall Mathers LP?
Yep.
Where he dropped Stan?
No. It was the
Slim Shady?
Yeah.
It was one of them two. It was Marshall Mathers or Slim Shady LP. It was one of the two.
Cover. I can't remember the name of it.
So that one has, he had Soldier, all that other stuff like that. There's some stuff that, like, during that time frame could not be fucked with. Like I'll give him credit where it's due. Could not be fucked with. He had Superman on that album. I love fucking Superman. That track is excellent. 8 Mile soundtrack can't be fucked with. But when he slumped, he slumped. When he it was bad. And like him trying to make D12 a thing, all that other stuff like that. Like it was not good. It was bad. And but people try to act like that didn't happen. And people tried to act like either there's two things that happen. Either people try to act like that whole slump phase didn't happen, or people try to act like that phase wasn't as bad as it was. And it was bad. Mm-hmm. And he showed glimpses of being great again. Honestly, with some of the music, with some of the movie stuff he was doing, like when he did Phenomenal for Southpaw, when he did Guts Over Fear for the Equalizer soundtrack, and then
when he did Rap God,
did Venom for Venom.
I hate that fucking song. The movie was whack. That song was whack. But that's a whole nother story for another day. Rap God, I think is a little overhyped. Because the gimmick. Okay.
That was only one part of the song.
I hear you, but like it's a little overrated. But again, it's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's an opinion, like baby.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
But you know what? I'm not shocked that you like it's that southern northern thing a little bit. Like I feel like Northerners would rock with that hard. Like they will rock with that heavy.
Eminem has joints. He don't have jams. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, I absolutely get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Nobody
Eminem
gets in the car,
has
man, let's play this Eminem record.
You can't go to the club and just be like bopping out the Eminem or whatever it is. Like it don't work like that.
correct. So
That's that Gucci man. It's that Gucci man we talk about. He said, "You sliding around in your car with your own leg listening to Eminem."
He told I will never ever in my life play anything from Gucci Mane in my car,
That's fucked up, man.
which is my hill to die on today. My next question for you:
Stop being rapper racist, region haters. Like, stop it.
Hey, my favorite rapper is a Southern rapper, so I ain't even.
Who is it?
His name is Fonte. He's from North Carolina.
Hell yeah, little brother. Okay.
Yes, that's my favorite rapper. Now,
Okay.
this is the most important question we have. It is the only.
It's only question 4.
Yeah, this is it's 4 out of 5, but you know what I'm saying. It's the question. It's the only question that has a right or wrong answer.
Oh shit! Here we go.
He's already excited because he knows the answer already.
Apple or Android? You go, oh, that's why.
Okay. Popular opinion is always gonna say Apple, but fuck popular opinion is Android. It's Android. You can do more. You can do more with an Android than you can Apple. Like, Apple is easy to use for the masses. That's like people saying, like, Apple is the Chick-fil-A of fucking phones. Okay, everybody be saying, "Oh my god, it's the greatest chicken sandwich I ever had in my life," because you ain't had no real chicken sandwich. Okay, then moving forward. You make that face all you want, Leather. Make your face.
No, it ain't even about you. It's about that thing over there, right here. This right here. Now the score is 2-7.
Ooh.
Score. We winning tonight, baby. That's it.
And the last question on the 5 count, which is my personal favorite. If you could have one superpower, what would it be and how would you use it?
Teleportation. Boy, do you know how nice it would be to make 3 bookings in one day and go the fuck home. Ooh.
That's
Ooh.
a wrestler answer. That is, we've heard that before.
All the gas I'm saving. Plus with me actively repairing my social life over the past years, that would be fucking great. Like I know I can get it out the way and then show up, be like, okay, hey, what's going on? How y'all doing?
I'll
Just
be
had a little
right
match.
back.
Just had me a little match. What's going on? Yeah, but
That's
teleportation.
The work is right there.
Yeah.
I think Willie Mack's explanation of how he gonna do his teleportation was.
Oh. Willie out there. I saw him last weekend, man. Like, you want to talk about a dude who don't effectively get his flowers the way that he should? Like, Willie's the man. Like, he's just so good, man. He's the man.
That's why we had to get him on here, man, so we could let him know that niggas rock with him out here.
Oh yeah.
For real.
Yep. So before we get out of here, how can folks get at you when you are socialing and mediating?
Okay, socially and mediating. All right. Let me see if I can do it in my let me do it in that fucking Bell Auditorium voice. If you're trying to look for SUGE D on social media, you want to go at Twitter at Sugar Dunkerton. If you are looking for him on Instagram, it is at Sugar Dunkerton, FASHO. Pronounced Sugar Dunkerton for show, not face show. It is Sugar Dunkerton for show on Instagram. If you are looking to buy some shirts, even though people have an issue with them, I've still got my shirts up at prowrestlingtees.com/Sugar Dunkerton. I don't want to get into that. The alternative was supposed to be an alternative and was not an alternative, but my stuff is still up there. Other than that, yeah, that's the main places that you could go ahead and check me out at for the most part. Yeah. And I mean, if y'all are up for just discussion, I say this again to say I am open for discussion on social media. I'm not here for the arguments. I will mute you out of my existence. I will never block you. I want you to see I'm doing well. I want you to see I'm doing fine. Okay, I will never block you. Plus, I will never give you the satisfaction of posting a picture talking about I never understand that. Lovely, you done did it sometimes too. I don't understand that either. You be posting that block.
No. Let's correct that.
Okay, please.
Wade Barrett had me blocked, and I was confused because I had never said anything negative about Wade Barrett. Then we found out that he had that update that was mass blocking everybody.
I see. Okay.
I'm about to say, now, don't let's not do that.
tweets, but I'm afraid I've got some bad.
Was I the only black woman that got blocked because I had a problem?
I see.
I found out it was something that was going on.
Okay. Okay. You beat the charges. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna drop them things. Okay, so it's off the docket. We good. We suppressed them joints. But nah.
Motherfuckers that I walk what I rap.
Fair enough. Nah. But I'm here for the discussion. I'm not gonna block you. I'm just gonna mute you, man. Like because it's just like real life. I don't see you. You know, and it's like, yeah, you can say whatever you want to say about me or do whatever it is you want to do. I guess it's one of those cases when I think about my career, and we talked about this before. Been at it a good long while. I'll leave when I'm ready to leave. Nobody's going to take me out of any door that I don't want to go to, and I'm that way about life. So yeah. Like let's discuss some things, but let's discuss some things constructively or in a fun way whenever we get ready to get together on social media or whatnot. So yeah. Also for bookings, it's sugardunkertonbro@gmail.com. Questions, complaints, preferably bookings, marriage proposals, all that good stuff like that. You feel free to send it that way or whatever it is. We'll work it out.
Imagine just getting an email back. I do.
I'll be like, oh. Like I mean, gotta bring something to the table, but I always joke around about the marriage proposals part. Never gotten one. I think we're gonna keep it that way. Plus, that would be an awkward way to get things going. Although matchmaking is still a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like sight unseen. What'd you say?
We're gonna change that.
What you mean?
Now we're gonna make sure that we're gonna hook Suge up with someone.
Oh no, you ain't gotta do all that,
ladies.
Hookups are infamously.
If you want to get inside that Fenty robe.
Oh God!
Bring your own incense.
Y'all terrible.
Or whatever else you got to smoke.
Y'all are terrible.
Yeah, absolutely. No, sell that. Sorry. My job don't piss test today. I am IlFan79 on your social media choice, aka the Aunt Anderson of podcasting, aka Captain Brew Albano, Brew Diamond Phillips, Vicky the Dragon, Steamboat, Pod Shampod, God's favorite podcaster, Potty Piper, made a podcast, Chew Bubble Gum, and I'm fresh out of Dentine Ice, the senior love daddy of WFA and more family. Always matters. And my tag team partner.
As always, it's your girl, Lovely Laveau. It's the Black Blue Hop, the big blue hair that you can find everywhere. Also, don't forget that Something Else does have merchandise.
Hey.
Or Something Else hoodies and t-shirts over on For Your Wear. Just scroll down to podcasters, or I think it's personalities. One of them. Scroll down till you see our little, what is it? It's on the side. Wait, that's not that. There it is. You'll see this logo. Click and get your merchandise. And as always, it is Something Else without the G, because we are all the G you need. Peace.
Hey.
Oh, shit. Say it again. Say something else. Oh, say something else. Say something else, nigga.